Hello, everyone. How's it going out there? My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to my channel here on YouTube and Rumble. Thank you very much for joining me, for everyone that is joining me live, and hello to everyone that is going to be watching the replay. For those of you who have never maybe met me before, I'm a Western astrologer, mystic, and musician. And I'm very excited today to be speaking about this very big astrological transit that we're going to be having happen for most of February, which is exact right now as I'm filming this video on February 15th, which is the North Node Chiron conjunction in Aries. Really big deal. So I'm going to talk about what this means for the whole collective. And then I'm also going to get into mini readings for each of the 12 signs, what this North Node Chiron conjunction in Aries means. But before we get into the astrology, just want to mention, you guys, that if you'd like a personal astrological consultation with me, those are available over at Beyond Mystic Consultations. The link is in the description box of this video over at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And you can use discount code all in one word, Beyond Mystic, to use 10% off for your next reading with me if you'd like more of an in-depth astrological analysis, which I would be very happy to do. So yeah, we're going to be talking about the North Node Chiron conjunction in Aries. And this is really a unique conjunction because, first of all, it doesn't happen very often. And second of all, it's involving two things in astrology or astronomy that are not planets, right? So the North Node is not a planet. It is not a physical thing. The North Node is a calculated point in the moon's orbit where eclipses occur. And it very much represents our higher purpose, destiny, what we should be focusing on as a collective in the current astrology, and what we're here to be embracing in our lives, in our personal chart. And then Chiron is also not a planet. Chiron is an asteroid that we call the wounded healer. And Chiron, very interesting, is an asteroid that has only been discovered since the 1970s. And here I've put a picture of Chiron in ancient Greek mythology to show you guys. So Chiron gets his name, the asteroid Chiron gets his name from the ancient Greek mythological figure Chiron, who we call the wounded healer. Chiron was a centaur, half horse, half man, and he was a renowned healer, wise one, musician, and had many, many other talents. He was very special in the Greek mythology. He was known to have a very positive energy, be very wise, be a healer. And according to ancient Greek myth, some say that Chiron was the first to incorporate herbs into medicine. So Chiron is a very big archetype in not just ancient Greek mythology, but because in astronomy, we've named this asteroid Chiron, also in astrology. So according to myth, Chiron was wounded accidentally by Hercules' arrow, which was coated with the poisonous blood of Hydra. And the very painful wound was uncurable, but Chiron was immortal. So thus he became the wounded healer because he was wounded from this poisonous blood of Hydra, but could never die. So he, through his journey, would continue to heal people even though he had been wounded on his journey. So I'd just like to share a little bit of that background on Chiron, the asteroid Chiron, the Greek mythological figure, because it's going to relate to what we're talking about in terms of what is Chiron all about, why is it meaningful, and why is this conjunction so important. So the asteroid Chiron in Western astrology represents our wounds, represents our healing journey, and in our personal chart shows, in our personal birth charts, our greatest wounds in this lifetime, that if we pursue healing them on our healing journey, can become like some of our greatest strengths and gifts that we can move forward with and be wounded healers ourselves. And Chiron also represents physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual healing, as we're going to be talking about. So I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone here that is joining in live. Very nice to see you guys. And let me know how you're feeling currently this week, today, how you guys are feeling as we're in this exact North Node Chiron conjunction. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to share the chart of the North Node Chiron conjunction, which is going to be exact on February 19th, but we're in it right now. We're in the exact degree conjunction right now. And I'm going to talk about what this means for the collective. And then I'm going to get into mini readings for each of the 12 signs. Okay, so I'm going to bring the chart up here. So here we've got the chart for February 19th, 2024. And this is going to be when we have exact North Node conjunct Chiron, the exact degree and minute that they're conjunct. Okay, so we are in the exact degree position, but it's not the exact minute until February 19th. And I'm seeing in the comments here, Larry, hi Larry, is saying heavy energy. Yeah, this can definitely be a very heavy energy for a lot of us right now, because it's our wounds coming up to the surface. So it can be a really, really big deal. So as I said, North Node Chiron conjunction in Aries is going to be exact on February 19th, but this conjunction is happening right now. They're conjunct at 16 degrees of Aries throughout a lot of the month of February. And this is a conjunction of Chiron, the wounded healer, supporting us and initiating us to deeply step even more into the North Node in Aries, which the North Node represents our higher destiny and purpose, right? So this is an amazing time right now, you guys, with this conjunction to be doing healing work, to be doing self-healing, to be working on yourself, which I know if you're in kind of like the spiritual woo alternative community like me, a lot of us are doing healing work a lot of the time. And it's something that we can say, kind of in an airy-fairy way, like I'm doing my healing work and all that. But this is really, in the astrology, a very powerful time to be facing our shit, okay, and doing healing work. And the North Node in Aries, which we've been having North Node in Aries since the summer of 2023, it's really our collective destiny and purpose and focus right now to be focusing on the Aries ruled qualities of life. Which, what does Aries rule in astrology, you guys? Well, Aries is self-empowerment, bravery, leadership, independence, honoring yourself, your own identity, self, and your foundations, right? It's very much a sign of strength, independence, freedom, honoring yourself, being empowered. So that in the current astrology from summer 2023 to beginning of 2025 is what we should be focusing on, the Aries ruled areas of life. And now with Chiron conjunct the North Node, we're going through a very big healing collectively and personally to get us even more on that North Node path. So like I said before, our wounds are coming up to the surface that are ready to be faced and released personally and collectively. And these are wounds that can be coming up for many of us around places in life that we have given our power away, right? That can be a wound of Chiron and Aries, because Aries rules empowerment, is where have we given our power away consciously or unconsciously? And now is a time of doing like soul retrieval work would be really powerful right now. Calling your energy back to you would be really powerful right now. any kind of self-empowerment work, physical movement, healing through movement, because Aries rules physical movement and physical fitness as well. So this is also a powerful time for healing breakthroughs. And let me know in the comments, and you guys, if any of you have been feeling this, like if any of you have been getting realizations and epiphanies and aha moments about areas where your power has been given away, or you haven't been in your independence and freedom, and where you're ready to take that back now, right? So that's important for us to all be focusing on in our personal lives. And we can see that going on really big time in the collective right now, in the whole world. Like, people are becoming more and more conscious to wanting to be truly free, truly independent, truly empowered, and not be in these parasitic systems and under parasitic kind of controllers and all that, right? So as I said, Aries is our foundations, independence, freedom, bravery, our inner warrior, and our physical body health and appearance, and how we are seen by others. So this is really powerful stuff. I'm seeing your guys' comments in here. Thank you very much for sharing. Carrie G says, it does feel heavy. Frustration at the establishment and current conditions. I love that you brought that up, Carrie, definitely. And I'm feeling that too. A lot of us are feeling that frustration and that heaviness and that wound of what the current conditions are and what we've been living through for all of our lives in the, Western world, which I think a lot of us on this live right now, on this video right now, are probably living in the Western world. Maria's saying, feeling tired and stressed right now. Yeah, so this is where we want to be definitely doing extra self-care for sure, big time. And it's interesting too, because this conjunction is in the sign of Aries, but it's also at 16 degrees, which is a Cancer degree in the astrological degree theory by Nikola Stojanovic. And Cancer degrees has to do with the qualities of life that Cancer rules, which is our families, family, our ancestors, women in our lives, mothers, sisters, aunts, our emotional well-being, our emotional needs. So for a lot of us, this North Node Chiron conjunction cannot just be bringing up, the Aries qualities of our freedom, independence, empowerment, but can also be bringing up within our family dynamics and within our ancestral lineages, wounds coming up, or within our emotional bodies. What have we been holding in our emotional bodies? That can be coming to the surface big time as well. And in the collective and in our personal lives, it's good for us to be aware of, where do we need to be brave to heal and take our power back? Where in our life do we need to be more empowered? And where can we experience more freedom? Where can we have more fun? Where can we be more in the present moment? Because those are all things ruled by Aries. So those would be some reflective questions that I would invite you guys to do some self-discovery with during pretty much the whole rest of the month. We've got this healing conjunction. And also, Mars is what we call dispositor of this conjunction, because Mars is the ruler of Aries. And Mars is currently in a triple planetary conjunction, really, really freaking intense, with Venus, the planet of love and our values, and Pluto, the planet of death, transformation, cleansing, and purging. So this is really, really intense that we've got Mars, the dispositor of the North Node Chiron conjunction, in a triple planetary conjunction with Pluto and Venus. So this can also be big purging going on in people's relationships and in our personal values and things that have been really hidden beneath the surface, because that's Pluto. Pluto is the hidden side of life, things that are mysteries and behind closed doors. This is stuff that we've maybe never been aware of at all, that could be coming completely out of left field from our shadow side, personally and collectively, coming up big time. So you guys are going to hear me say a lot in this video. Take time for self-care. And maybe make time for journaling and reflection this week and next week, because there is probably going to be shit coming up to the surface, things coming up to the surface for all of us in a really big way around our wounds that are really deep-seated. And I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs in a little bit. So we'll get more of a personalized little mini reading for all of you guys to see what specific areas, depending on what sign we are, we can see this conjunction play out for us. I also want to mention that on February 19th, the exact time of the exact conjunction, the sun will have just entered Pisces. So we're going to be feeling even more sensitive than we are right now, because right now when I'm filming this video, February 15th is still Aquarius season. So this is emotions coming up. This is, let yourself cry if you need to. I'm hearing Spirit ask all of us, when's the last time that you really let yourself cry? When's the last time that you went to a healing ceremony? When's the last time that you went to a healing arts practitioner? When's the last time that you had an in-depth, conversation with a loved one about how you're really feeling about life and what's coming up for you? So this is super, super, super powerful stuff. And all signs are going to be affected by this North Node Chiron conjunction, okay? But especially the Aries, because it's happening in the sign of Aries. So Aries, let me know in the comments how you're doing. I'm sending so much love to you guys. This is really freaking powerful time for you guys, where we're all healing collectively and personally our inner warriors, our inner divine masculine. And so Aries, with the North Node in Aries right now, you guys have a very important role in the collective by being yourself, by being in your natural energy. And my cat Ocean is agreeing with me right now, because Aries is the sign that is empowerment, leadership, the inner warrior, the divine masculine. So Aries, you're like the way showers for us during the whole rest of the year. You guys in the Aquariuses, now that we have Pluto in Aquarius, to help us get through these times, to help inspire us to be in our bravery, our confidence, and our empowerment. But it's going to affect everyone, and also particularly the cardinal signs. Okay, so Aries is a cardinal sign. Also, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are cardinal signs. And the cardinal signs are the signs that are at the beginning of the seasonal changes, at the beginning of the start of the seasons. Cardinal, it's a very initiatory, is that a word, you guys? Initiatory energy. Maybe I just made up a word. It's about new beginnings and freshness and moving ahead and initiative, the cardinal sign. So if you're an Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, this conjunction is going to be very good for you, very big for you, rather. A big point in your life of healing and changes. And if you look at your personal birth chart and you have anything in Aries or 16 degrees of Aries, around 16 degrees of Aries, this is also, those are areas of life that are getting directly hit by this North Node Chiron conjunction. So you're going to want to be aware of that. Okay. And I also want to mention that what's really interesting, very, very interesting, is that this conjunction, and I've brought the chart of the country of Canada up, okay? In the chart, the astrological chart for the country of Canada, Canada has its rising sign at Aries 16 degrees. This North Node Chiron conjunction is happening at Aries 16 degrees. So this is exactly conjunct the rising sign of Canada. This is a huge freaking deal for the country of Canada and for Canadians. What is our rising sign in astrology? Our rising sign is how we show up to the world, our role out in the world, gifts and talents that we have to share, our physical appearance and body, and how we're being seen, right? So this is a huge time of healing and the wounded healer's journey of empowerment and freedom and independence for Canada. And I'm seeing this as not an easy point for Canada whatsoever. And if you guys are watching and you're like, why the hell does she care about Canada so much? It's because I'm a Canadian chick, okay? So I really, really care about Canada. And also on my astrology channel, if you go back in my videos, I have a whole Astrology of Canada webinar that I did a year and a half ago, where I go really in depth over 2 hours into the chart of Canada and why I believe Canada is not going down at all, and that Canada is going to resurrect itself as one of the freest countries in the world. So I go into that in my Astrology of Canada webinar. Go check that out on my YouTube channel. But with this North Node Chiron conjunction exactly on the rising of Canada, we are being directly seen in this present moment, Canada and Canadians, as wounded. And we're being seen for how our power has been taken away from us, which it has. And all these lies and deceptions are being revealed because also in the chart of Canada, Neptune is at Aries 14 degrees, which is only 2 degrees off of being exactly conjunct this conjunction as well. And Neptune is the planet that rules lies, illusion, deception, things that are behind the scenes. Neptune and Pluto can be secret societies as well. So there has been so much revealed about the current government of Canada and what Canada truly is in the past couple of years. We're going to see that even more so go into even more of an intense place for the whole rest of the year, and particularly the next few months. Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I've made some predictions in the past around Justin Trudeau. I like to call him Justin Castro. Won't get into that because this is also streaming on YouTube. Don't want to get banned on here, but I don't think that guy is going to be prime minister for very much longer. And one of the positives of this North Node Chiron conjunction on our rising sign, which Aries has a lot to do with leaders and leadership and empowerment, and Chiron is wounds. And this North Node Chiron conjunction is healing breakthroughs. One thing that could manifest over the next month, 2, 3, maybe even this year, is that the current prime minister that we have will no longer be our prime minister anymore. So I could see that definitely possibly happening with the astrology that we've got. And also, I should have brought up the chart for Justin Trudeau Castro on here, but I don't have it on my slide deck. But in April, he's going to start having the planet Neptune transiting in his 8th house, where it is now, but exactly conjunct his Mars, which is opposite his Pluto, which is very, very negative. So I don't see how he is going to be the Prime Minister of Canada for very much longer. To be honest with you guys, I don't even know how he is still the Prime Minister. I know some people think, and here's my cat meowing again. Some people think that he's not even a real person anymore. Maybe he isn't, and his astrology chart doesn't even mean anything anymore. That could be the case. There's definitely something weird going on with him for sure. So good news is I don't see him being around as prime minister very much longer. And also what I might want to mention as well is that we're not just having, Ocean, come on. He's got his nail stuck in my pants. Sorry, you guys. Canada has also not just got this North Node Chiron conjunction happening, conjunct our rising, which is very empowering, revealing. We're stepping into more independence and empowerment. But we've also got the Great North American Eclipse, which is going to be happening. And let me bring this up here. The Great North American Eclipse, which is going to be happening on April 8th, 2024, is going to be going directly over the capital of Canada, Ottawa. And also that eclipse is going to be at Aries 19 degrees. So we've got that Great North American Eclipse conjunct the rising of Canada. Also the North Node Chiron conjunction conjunct the rising of Canada. This is a really, really big deal. And I think there's going to be some really positive developments for Canada, but I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be easy. All of Canada's shit and wounds are about to come to the surface even more than they already have. There's going to be even more information and lies exposed that are going to be very hard for us to face as Canadians, and also the world watching, or anybody cares or gives a crap about Canada. So I just wanted to mention that I think we're going to see huge historic things happen in Canada over the next few months in terms of independence, freedom, empowerment, us really getting to the bottom of what's going on, how to move forward, maybe some positive leadership moving forward. And also, I think we're becoming closer and closer to Canada becoming an actual independent country, stepping away from the British monarchy and globalist kind of elites that have been ruling Canada through the WF and all that stuff. So yeah, Maria's saying, yeehaw for all Canadians. Yes, I really think so. And I know a lot of my fellow Canadians out there might think that I'm a little bit delusional, because to be honest with you, the state of Canada right now is like really, really fucked up and depressing. And it's completely different than what it used to be. But the astrology is showing that there's going to be very positive developments, and it's going to be one of the freest countries on the planet. So that's my personal astrological interpretation, and that makes me very, very excited. Adelheid in the comments says, I feel absolutely great. I gave some important power away years ago and will take it back officially the 18th of February. I didn't know at all about this astrological constellation. That's amazing. Good for you. Yeah, this is really, really powerful stuff. So again, I'm going to say, and I know I might sound like a broken record, but Spirit wants me to say it, you guys, pay attention to what is coming up for you at this time. Be honest with yourself about wounds, patterns, triggers, and do healing work around those things, because we can be having huge healing breakthroughs. Okay. I will mention one shadow side potentially of this conjunction could be a greater potential for war. Okay. Or wounds around war coming up to the surface. So I do not want war. I do not want world war. Aries in astrology, though, rules war. So, I mean, we are having wars happen on the planet right now. I don't mean to sound naive, but one reason why it's so important for us to be aware of the astrology and to remain positive is that we don't want to go into the shadow aspect of what a certain placement means. And I think that the negative dark arts powers that be are definitely during the rest of this month and into March, into the Aries eclipse in April, they're going to try to scare us with war. I think they're going to want greater and greater war. So it's very important for us to combat that with our inner warriors through love, through positivity, through not giving in to physical, emotional, spiritual violence, I think is very, very important. So before I get into mini readings for all of the 12 signs for this North Node Chiron conjunction, I'm going to do a little collective card reading for the whole collective on what is our divine guidance at this time with this North Node Chiron conjunction. How can we work with it? What do we need to be aware of? So I'm asking the universe, all that supports us for our highest good, to give us some clear energy. Whoa. Oh my God, this is so crazy. The card I just pulled, I'm going to show you guys in a second. I've never pulled that from this deck, and it totally has to do with what we're talking about. Wow. Okay. And I'm also going to pull, oh no, I don't have my Lenormand cards here. I'm also going to pull one from my archetype cards. Bear with me one moment, you guys. Wow. Okay. So, first card we got from the Starseed Oracle, you cannot make this stuff up, is the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict. It says softening to love. And this is so freaking crazy because it literally says Mars energy, anger, conflict. That's Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Aries rules anger, conflict. And this card is called the Great Severing. So part of this North Node Chiron conjunction is like, yes, we are wounded. We've been brought up in this fucked up system with these parasitic elites, and we could go into a physically violent place. We could stay in anger and conflict and have an all-out war, do, you know, something really crazy like that. Or we can go into our positive inner warriorship, which, as this card says, is softening into love. And I don't know why it's not, why you guys can't see that clearly in the card. Softening into love. And a lot of us have been saying that in the comments of this video, is like, I feel angry, I feel frustrated, you know, I'm pissed off about what's going on. That's something we can work with at this time, is healing the wounds, especially if you're a conscious person, especially if you've been awake for the past few years to what's going on, doing healing work around that. I know personally that's going to be a big, big focus for me, is healing our anger and our inner conflict. And it has not been easy for some of us. I was feeling this really strongly last night as I was falling asleep, as I was thinking about the whole past few years and how, you know, people that are not kind of conscious or awake, stepped out of the matrix yet, they have no idea what people went through that didn't get the shots, that didn't go along with the mandates, that were, you know, really disempowered and treated like we were crazy people and we had freedoms taken away from us. Like, that was not okay. And if you're listening out there and you're someone that also went through that, like me, we have healing work to do around that, big time. And we may have anger and inner conflict within because of that. And this is a great time for us to deal with that. Yeah, 8th house alchemy is saying so much anger. Yes, I'm seeing spirit is showing me that some of us need to go do some boxing. Some of us need to go punch something. We need to be physically moving. We need to be yelling. We need to be screaming. We need to be letting our anger out, or else it's going to harbor in our bodies. Okay, big time. And yeah, it's really big stuff. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. We've also got the Have Faith in Your Dreams card. So after this time of healing and so much stuff coming to the surface, our dreams are coming true. Continue to remain positive as well. We need to have positive and light. And interesting that in the, yes, Simon, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Simon says, I lost so many clients in business. Me too, totally. I lost so many clients. I lost friends. I lost teachers, so much. It was so crazy. So yeah, love you guys so much. And I agree with Enrich Your Life Now. I'm so proud of all of you for standing your ground. Yeah, we should be proud of ourselves because we've been warriors the whole time for standing our ground. And it's good for us to do the healing work around the anger that we may still be harboring around that. The other card we got for all of us as the collective is the Servant from my archetype cards. And it says, light attribute, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Wow. So yeah, like we are not slaves. We are not servants. And as a collective, we take our power back now. We're stepping out of servitude. We're stepping out of slavehood. This is a really big freaking deal. So I think do whatever resonates with you guys. But if you care about astrology, if you want to be in alignment with astrology this week and next week, make time for healing work, for seeing what comes up for you, and for, you know, forgiveness, healing, and softening into love. This is such a big transit. And I'm going to get into the 12 mini readings now. And thank you guys so much for all the comments that you're sharing. And yeah, sending all my love to all of you there. So yeah, we're going to get into now getting a little bit more specific for each of the 12 signs, little mini readings for each of the 12 signs. Okay. Larry says, I'm proud to be a light warrior. Yes, you should be proud, Larry. And I feel proud too. What a gift it is to be able to do that in this lifetime and witness what's going on and hold the space that we've been holding. It's so freaking powerful. So, okay, we're going to start for the Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings for this North Node Chiron conjunction. Well, for you guys, this is happening in your sign. So you Aries can be going through huge fated life changes around this time. Your identity, foundations of life, how you're seen by others, physical body, health, and appearance, and boundaries are all areas where you can be experiencing healing breakthroughs. And those are all areas to focus on right now. And there's definitely things coming up for you Aries right now. So let me know in the comments because I'm very curious. You Aries can be feeling more emotional than usual at this time, and it would be great for you to be doing healing work on your own, or if there's really intense stuff coming up for you, maybe you guys want to see a healing arts practitioner. And also at the time of this conjunction, your ruler Mars is also in a triple planetary conjunction to Venus and Pluto. So Aries, this is super intense for you right now, where you can really be seeing clearly what's going on in life. And Pluto conjunct your ruler Mars is revealing things to you for you to be able to move forward on your healing journey, revealing really deep-seated things, and in particular around relationships, okay? Because that North Node Chiron conjunction in your first house is on the relationship axis, does have a lot to do with self, but is opposite the 7th house committed relationships. So Aries, be honest with yourself about who you surround yourself with, if that's in alignment, and what your self-worth is, and maybe where you're currently holding yourself back at this time. But I'm seeing this as a very healing and empowering time for the Aries right now. So please be gentle with yourselves, make time for reflection and healing work. And I'm wishing you a very happy North Node Chiron conjunction to all the Aries out there. Okay, and now we're going to move to the Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Risings. And it's most important when we're going through the signs, you guys, to be paying attention to the Sun and Rising signs. But you can also listen to your moon sign for more like psychological, personal interpretations. So for the Taurians, the beautiful Tauruses out there, this North Node Chiron conjunction this month is happening in your 12th house, the 12th house of Pisces. So for Tauruses, this is deep spiritual healing coming up for you, having to do with your spiritual connection, deep-seated issues, patterns, your sleep, your dreams, and your creativity. This is a good time, Tauruses, for you to be resting, taking time for rest, rejuvenation, maybe spiritual retreat at this time, going to sacred sites at this time, if you're able to. Spending time alone and behind the scenes are all ruled by the 12th house as well. So those are some of the ways you can best kind of work and utilize with this conjunction. Your traditional ruler, Jupiter, is sextile Saturn, which is really positive for you, Taurus. So there's big granddaddy Saturn, as I like to call him, is helping you guys at this time move forward in, I'm hearing Spirit say, your spiritual development and moving past any really deep-seated issues. And also, Taurus, you've got a stellium of planets in Aquarius in your 10th house. So the healing you do behind the scenes is going to help you to be more empowered when it comes to being out in the world, your work, career, public reputation, and image, which is all ruled by the 10th house. So good things are happening for you in career. Excuse me, you guys. So must be really good things, Taurus, because I feel like whenever we sneeze, truth has been spoken. Okay. Now we're going to move to the Geminis. Gemini, sun, moon, and risings. This North Node conjunct Chiron is happening in your 11th house. So you can be going through this month healing breakthroughs that have to do with friends, friendship, your group associations, goals, aspirations, and relationship to the future and humanitarianism. It would be very good for you, Geminis, to get out into like-minded community, in healing circles, in healing group ceremonies this month. This would be a fantastic way for you to work with this energy, Gemini, for you. And your ruler, Mercury, is in a stellium of planets in Aquarius in your 9th house. So, Geminis, you're going through a really big Aquarian expansion right now as well of your beliefs, moving forward into the future and your higher consciousness. So I feel like for Geminis, this is going to be a bit of a lighter energy than a lot of the other signs, but not going to lie, Chiron has to do with our wounds and pain and healing issues. So we're all having our stuff coming up to the surface, our shit coming up to the surface, as I've been saying. But for you, Geminis, it's going to be lighter than most signs because it's in your 11th house, which is not a heavy place, with a stellium of planets over your 9th house, which is like very positive and even lucky. So hope that resonated for you, Geminis. Happy conjunction. Okay, and now we're going to move to the Cancers, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings. This North Node Chiron conjunction is happening for you in your 10th house. Very, very powerful stuff. This is one of the angular houses right at the top of the astrological chart. So you guys, Cancers, can be going through healing breakthroughs in your professional life, your confidence, and your relationship with authority figures such as parents, grandparents, and even bosses or teachers, if you have any. Some of you also, Cancers, may be starting new healing arts-focused careers. This is because Chiron is the wounded healer and rules the healing arts and is in your 10th house of work and career. Also, at the time of this conjunction, your ruler, the moon, is in her home sign of Cancer, where she most likes to be, and is in a beautiful sextile to Jupiter. So this conjunction is blessing you. You've got your ruler, the moon, in an exact sextile to Jupiter. This is like miraculous healing breakthroughs coming through for you at this time. Huge healing potential. So be open to it, Cancer, and pay attention to what is coming up for you. You could even have some very lucky things coming up for you at this time. Lucky opportunities, lucky divine blessings. You've got a stellium of planets also in Aquarius transiting over your 8th house. So this is very, very deep transformation and healing occurring for you guys. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the Cancers are going to be stepping into healing arts careers, getting more into the healing arts, the spiritual arts as well. So that is very, very exciting for you, Cancers. Hope that resonated with you, and I'm wishing you a very, very happy conjunction. Okay, and now we move to the Leos, the lions of the zodiac. Leo, sun, risings, and moons. This North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in your 9th house. Woohoo! So this is very positive and lucky healing breakthroughs happening for you. Your beliefs, higher consciousness are expanding, and you guys are definitely moving past limiting beliefs, things that you have believed that no longer serve you. You're going to be going through big healing breakthroughs with that. Some of you may be starting new higher learning pursuits. Some of you may even be similar to the Cancers, Leos, getting into healing arts careers or thinking about learning about the healing arts, starting to study that really in depth, as the 9th house is higher learning. Also, some of you Leos may be traveling right now or starting to plan a trip that is going to be very, very healing for you, as the 9th house rules foreign travel. Also, a good way to work with this energy would be to go places that are foreign in nature to you. So to literally, do foreign travel or go to a restaurant where the cuisine is something that you don't usually eat, listen to foreign music, surround yourself with foreign country energy can be one way to help you best work with this kind of conjunction as well. And you've got your ruler, the sun, in an exact trine to the moon, which is super, super positive, and a stellium of planets in Aquarius transiting over your 7th house. So a lot of you Leos are going through also huge transformations, changes in your committed relationships, breakups, starting new relationships, becoming more aware of the people around you, and developments happening in your relationships big time. So paying attention to the people around you, Leos. And that's what I've got for you guys. Hope that resonated, and happy North Node Chiron conjunction. Okay, now we move to the Virgos. So for the Virgos, this North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in your 8th house. Woo, this is really freaking intense, because this is the house of Scorpio, the most intense sign in Western astrology. So Virgos, make time for real deal healing practices during this month. Psychotherapy, spiritual therapy, shamanic healing. You guys, Virgos, are definitely having wounds coming up to the surface that need to be addressed, that can be really intense things coming up, because Scorpio is the most intense areas of life. You can also be going through healing breakthroughs in your shared resources, your relationship to how you share your resources with others, relationships, how you merge with others, who you merge with and why. Also, Virgo, healing around your relationship to abundance and receiving. Scorpio in astrology has a lot to do with receiving. So doing, abundance healing, abundance activations, I think would be good for you, Virgos, if that resonated. And also your ruler, Mercury, is a part of a stellium of planets transiting in Aquarius over your 6th house. And this is your house of Virgo. So you guys are going through huge transformation overall, and particularly in work, your daily habits as well, health routine and regimen, and how you want to be of service. Some of you Virgos, similar to the Cancers and the Leos, may be starting to step into new jobs, and many of you will be drawn to the healing arts, and the healing arts can very much be in alignment for you. Okay, so hope that resonated with you, Virgos, and happy North Node Chiron conjunction. Now we move to the beautiful, harmonious, peaceful Libras, the Libra, sun, moon, and risings. This North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in your house, in your 7th house of Libra. Holy guacamole. So this is your committed relationships, and commitments are going through a healing breakthrough and are very much in focus. The 7th house, yes, it's our relationships, but it's very much about others. So Libras, you may be needing to be in a supportive role for someone very close to you at this time who is going through a healing breakthrough. Not to say that you guys can't be having healing breakthroughs yourself, but you guys are having people around you also going through that too, big time, where you may need to be in a really big supportive role. So this is a big one for you, Libras. You also need to be honest about your committed relationships, who you surround yourself with, if that resonates and serves you. Some of the Libras can be going through breakups or maybe doing healing with your committed partner or people that you're committed with. Therapy with your love partner could be something good right now if that is needed. And your ruler Venus is a part of a stellium of planets over your 5th house. So you're also feeling like you don't want things to be so serious. You do want to be having fun. You can do healing practices that are actually fun in nature to best work with this energy, which could be dancing, singing, inner child work, things that you consider to be fun. So hope that resonated with you, Libras, and happy conjunction to you guys. Before we go to the Scorpios, I'm just seeing some of the comments here. Janelle is saying, catching you late on live, so I'm replaying from beginning, sharing this love with my family. Much love to everyone in the chat. Blessings to you, Meg. Thank you so much, Janelle, for your kind comments. And Gypsy Mama, hi Gypsy Mama, says, Leo rising and I'm planning a trip to Ireland. Perfect. There you go. That's absolutely in alignment for you to be doing right now. Very exciting. I've been to Ireland and it's super, super magical, super magical. And also, just to give you guys a little sneak peek, my husband and I, Jens, are currently planning a spiritual retreat over to England that we're going to be doing in June of this year, 2024. So we're going to be announcing the full details of that next week, but Jens and I are going to be doing a magical spiritual trip to England that we're really, really excited about. So more info on that coming soon for anyone interested in sacred travel. Okay, and now we're going to move to the Scorpios, my fellow Scorpios out there. This North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in our 6th house. So Scorpios, the 6th house is the house of our physical health. Okay, so you need to be paying extra attention to your physical health at this time. For me, I'm a Scorpio and I just had all my wisdom teeth removed because they were impacted and infected. So I've been going through literally this North Node Chiron conjunction. My teeth and the healing around my teeth, I'm noticing a lot of Scorpios are having physical issues coming up for them at this time. So Scorpios, just pay extra attention to your physical health. Make sure you're drinking really good water, eating really good high vibrational food at this time, maybe taking extra supplements because our physical bodies are being activated and worked with this conjunction. So this is healing breakthroughs in our 6th house in regards to not just our physical health, but work, income, our daily routines, and how we are to be of service to this world. Also, both of our rulers, Scorpio, Pluto and Mars, are conjunct each other, which is so intense because those are 2 of the most intense planets. That's why we're the most intense sign. And Pluto and Mars are conjunct in Aquarius, a part of a stellium group of planets in Aquarius in our 4th house. So our home, family life, and emotional well-being are very much highlighted and going through healing and transformations as well, Scorpios. Some of us can be moving, like I'm going to be doing soon, literally physically moving homes, starting families, becoming more aware of emotional healing that needs to occur. So yeah, Scorpios, it's been a really intense time because we just had our ruler Pluto change signs for the first time since 2008. So every Scorpio I know is going through really freaking big transformation. Hi, Anne. I see you there. Mwah, sending you lots of love. So Scorpios, if your life is like a crazy town right now and there's a lot coming up for you, that is totally normal. We're going to get through it. We've just had Pluto change signs, ingress into Aquarius, 0 degrees, and is now conjunct Mars. So really, really intense stuff. Just make a lot of time for extra self-care. So hope that resonated, Scorpios. And now we're going to move to the Saggies, the lucky ducky ones out of the zodiac. And you guys, I don't know what is up with you guys, Saggies, but you're always having these really lucky things going on. So I guess that's because you guys are the lucky sign of the zodiac. So for Sagittarius, this North Node Chiron conjunction this month is happening in your 5th house, which is a very positive house. It's the house of Leo. It's the house of our gifts, talents, being seen, creativity, children, our inner child, having fun and celebration. So this is going to be lighter for you Sagittarians compared to a lot of the other signs. It's not happening in a super heavy house. And with this conjunction happening in your 5th house, this is a great opportunity for healing breakthroughs having to do with your inner child or children in your life. If you yourself have children or have children around you, doing inner child work, Saggies, is perfect for you right now with this conjunction in your 5th house. Also, being creative, expressing yourself creatively, because that's all ruled by the 5th house of Leo, is really good for you at this time. And any of you that are artists or are creative and have maybe been having blocks in that area can be having healing breakthroughs to shine your gifts, to be creative, to move forward with your artistry. But whether you're a creative or not, Sagittarians, you're going through healing breakthroughs around being your authentic self, showcasing your gifts and talents, your confidence, and your inner child. So hopefully that resonated with you guys, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love for this conjunction. Okay, and now we move to Cappies, the Capricorns. So for Capricorns, this North Node Chiron conjunction this month is happening in your 4th house, which is, the areas of life that Cancer rules, and Cancer is your opposite sign. So Capricorns, this is a powerful time of healing breakthroughs in regards to your home, your family, your ancestors and your ancestral lineage, all the things that Cancer rules, your home country, and your emotional well-being as well. Okay, so it would be good for you if you did want to be in alignment with the astrology and focus on your healing journey and self-development, to look at your family dynamics, to look at the family that you come from or the family that you live in right now and what's going on with that. Is there healing that needs to go on with that? To also look back at your ancestors and connect to your ancestors, learn about them, focus on them. Whatever our ancestors went through, I'm a really big believer that we carry that if they have unhealed stuff going on. So those would be some areas: your ancestry, your family, your home. Also, maybe doing a bit of feng shui or rearranging in your home, doing a cleansing ceremony of your home could be really good for you, Capricorns right now. And also, because the 4th house rules our emotional well-being, Capricorns, you may be feeling a little bit more emotional than usual. And Capricorn is not the most emotional sign at all. So it's totally normal if you guys are feeling more emotional than usual, and let yourself cry. Let yourself feel whatever is coming up for the surface. And also let your home environment be a sanctuary where you can heal. You guys can best work with this energy by spending time at home, feeling good in your home environment, meditating, doing healing work in that space, or having a healing arts professional, if you need one, possibly coming into your home, if possible. So hope that resonated with you, Capricorns. And now we move to the Aquariuses, Aquarians out there. And for you guys, Aquarians, this North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in your 3rd house. So you can be experiencing healing breakthroughs through conversation. Gemini, the 3rd house, rules conversation, conversing with others, talking. Healing breakthroughs in your friendships with your friends, your siblings, and your local community. This would be really good for you, Aquarians, to be going out to like-minded community, similar to, I forget what was the other sign that I said this to as well, but going to group healing events, group ceremonies, group healing circles. This would be a really good time in your local community to work with this energy. Also, Aquarians, there can be healing happening with friends. If there's been any issues with friends that you have in your life, you may need to be supportive of them at this time. They can be going through really big things, and your relationship can be going through healing as well. And of course, we've got a stellium of planets in your sign of Aquarius in your first house. So it is a really big time for you this whole month, not just because of this North Node Chiron conjunction, but you guys, Aquariuses, are very much in the spotlight right now with us being in Aquarius season. Happy birthday to all of you. And with us having Pluto just ingressed into Aquarius, you guys are now going to be going through the biggest transformations for the whole next 20 years out of any of the other signs. So buckle up. And one really good way to deal with transformation and life change is reflection, healing work, our healing journey, and working on ourselves, if that resonates with you. And I know you Aquarians like to do things that are different. You like to be unique and free and independent. So maybe look into ways of healing that are different and not conventional. Could be something to get you guys into your healing journey if you haven't started that yet. Hope that resonated with you guys, Aquarians, and I'm sending lots of love your way. And now we move to the Pisces. Last but not least, the Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Risings, this North Node Chiron conjunction is happening in your second house. So Pisces, you can be having healing breakthroughs in your relationship to abundance. Taurus is the sign that rules money and abundance. Taurus is also our values, right? What we hold value to and why. I'm hearing Spirit say to you guys, Pisces, why do you value what you value? Is that because you've heard that from an early age, or because that's something that you genuinely hold as dear and value? You know, what we are and we value, we create and we manifest into our lives. So this is Pisces, you guys are opening up to, if you do abundance work, making more money, opening up new revenue streams. Some of you guys, similar to, what were the signs that I said it to? I forget now, but some of the other signs also, as are you, can potentially be opening up to careers of healing with Chiron in your second house, conjunct this North Node, stepping into healing arts professions or income streams that are empowering, where you're empowering others, or income streams where you're in positions of leadership, because that is Aries as well. Also, Pisces, spending time out in nature this month, because Taurus rules nature, to accompany your healing journey is very, very positive for you. So hope that resonated with you guys, and wishing you a very happy conjunction. So yeah, that was all the 12 signs for this North Node Chiron conjunction. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, this is going to be a really sensitive time, a really healing time for us the next couple weeks and next month, where I know I've said this again, but I'm going to say it. I know I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Make time for self-care, okay? And be gentle with yourselves, because we are realizing things that were really hidden beneath the surface, especially with Pluto conjunct Mars and Venus, a lot coming up to the surface for us personally and in collective from every angle. So we can still have fun through this, even though it is a little bit of an intense aspect. And Avion is in the comments. Hello, very nice to see you. You say, I highly recommend Meg's solar return reading. Thank you so much. And yeah, I wanted to mention that again. If you're interested in going deeper into your personal astrology, I do offer personal consultations. that are available over at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And the link is in the description box of this video, where, yeah, I'm offering solar return readings looking at your birthday year ahead, your birthday chart, birth chart readings, and 1 year personal forecast readings as well. And you can use discount code Beyond Mystic to get 10% off your next reading. And oh, little Susie, thank you so much for your comment. That is so cute. I am an astrologer and also an astrologist. I think they're both real words that we can use. Definitely. Also, Darlene is saying, can you give examples of self-care? Okay, so that's a really good question. So Darlene, for me, self-care, I mean, there's so many different ways that we can do self-care, but I think one main way is like just getting into your own energy and not being influenced by any noise, any distractions. So I think like alone time is a really good form of self-care. Spending time alone where we're not around other people, we're not being influenced by anyone or anything, we're not distracted. And when we're alone, we can really start to feel our own stuff and honor our own process and journey, right? Where we can rejuvenate when we're on our own. So doing things on our own, I think, is a good form of self-care. Taking baths, salt baths, going for nature walks on our own. And you can do this with other people as well. But just saying, for me personally, I like to spend time on my own. I like to take salt baths. I like to get out into nature. I like to journal. I like to play music. I like to do things that fill me up. I love to cook. Things that nourish me, I consider to be self-care. So if anybody else has things that they also like to do for their self-care, put that in the comments. And that's a really good question, Darlene. Thank you very much for asking that. So yeah, I hope you guys, I feel like this video went by really, really fast and I've entered like a time warp or something like that. So I don't know what's going on, but thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this video on our North Node conjunct Chiron in Aries. Please remember to like and comment and subscribe to this channel as well. And if you'd like to support my independent content further, I do have a PayPal tip jar in the description box below. And I'm sending so much cosmic love your way to all of you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you guys all very much and see you next time. Bye.